subject to scrutiny here. Kind of wanted to do this video. Kind of a stepping stone towards the flat earth type thing. But, I mean, you can look at these videos online. Don Petit's a very famous astronaut. And he's been quoted as, in this video right here, this very first one, he's quoted as basically saying, he calls it the tyranny of the rocket equation, which is basically that a rocket only has 10% of its mass for cargo and the rest of it has to be fuel or something like that, where 90% of the rocket has to be fuel and only 10% can be cargo and weight and whatever. And basically it's with their own equations, they're basically proving that they can't go to the moon. So you could look at that if you want. It's pretty interesting. And then we got some more Don Petit quotes. This is my favorite one right here. He says, "I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology. And it's a painful process to build it back again. But we don't have the technology to go to the moon, but we can go to Mars." And this guy, I mean, just look at him. He looks like a goofy idiot, man. I don't know why they would pick that guy to be their, And then you got Trump right here. Who's ready to go to Mars? But that's interesting to look into, too, because he does say it clear as day that they can't do it. So it's pretty funny to me how, like, there's a good one right here. I like this one. This is good for people, just to kind of wake people up. How did that tiny little capsule turn into this lander and then back into this dropping lander? And then in this photo right here, you can clearly see the horizon behind them, and then you can see the horizon right there in front of them in the visor. So clearly there's something going on there. I mean, you can kind of draw your own conclusions if you want. But, I mean, it's pretty safe to say that 40 feet, so the moon's only 80 feet across, guys. Internet's 91 gigs a second at NASA. Okay. But you can kind of get the idea here. You can look into that more. I don't want to show this because this is very interesting. I don't want that one. This one. Okay. Back in the 30s or 40s, there was a operation right after Admiral Byrd sailed to Antarctica and didn't discover a dome and didn't discover the edge or more land or God knows whatever they're not telling us is beyond Antarctica. And this is a photo from a nuclear test that they did where they shot nukes straight up in the air. And look at that plume. Why is it flat? It looks like something. It looks like it exploded up against something over the top of it. And so the cloud, unable to go up, is pushing down and all out in every direction along the dome, and it's pushing down because it has nowhere else for the energy to go. It's very interesting looking at Operation Fishbowl if you want to get into that. It's very interesting because they did quite a few different tests, and I mean, you can clearly see. Here's the mission badge from Operation Fishbowl. Look at that. Wow. You can kind of do your own research into this, though. Yeah, if Earth ain't flat, then how come the UN uses a flat Earth map in their logo? Pretty much every large international company or thing does it like that. And these are always interesting, plane flights. Now, why would you go from Johannesburg, South Africa, all the way up to Ireland, then to South America. But when you put it on the flat Earth map, it makes a hell of a lot more sense. Because the northern hemisphere is smaller than the southern circumferences. But, it's like I said, do your own research. I'm subject to be scrutinized. And I was talking about Admiral Byrd earlier. And where's it at? There's pictures of him right here, where he's sitting in front of a flat Earth map. Pretty obvious what they're doing. If you really get into it, you can read some of his journals. You can watch this interview yourself and get what he says, because he kind of lets a couple things a little slip. Hollow Earth. I don't really follow the Hollow Earth. I think that's a big psyop too. And here's this one. Look at this. 1958 Encyclopedia Americana quote: "The Antarctic flights proved the inland areas to be featureless in character, with a dome 13,000 feet high at about a latitude of 80 degrees south." And then it says in quotes, "You should feel kind of mad about now." And it's because they did discover a dome. The Nazis had a lot of interest in Antarctica too, so you can kind of look into that. I don't know how you feel about Nazis. Some people have done their research. And then just back down to something else I wanted to kind of point out, nobody really talks about a lot, but everybody remembers the Challenger. But if you really look at these people, they have the same names. They're doing the same types of jobs. They haven't changed their names. They haven't had plastic surgery to cover up their faces. This guy we don't know, but 7 of the 8 people are around. They are alive, and they are still doing the same jobs that they were supposed to be doing on the Challenger. And then there's ones of their faces where it shows them right here. Like here's one of this guy, Michael J. Smith, Challenger pilot, Professor Emeritus, U of WM, University of West something, I don't know, somewhere. And then here's the Asian dude. Let's pull him up. This guy changed his first name, I guess. So, I mean, he's trying at least. Where's the black dude? Well, here's Judith. Let's look at Judith. Same exact name. Mission specialist, and then she became a law professor. What's the chances of them having the same exact name, you know? And then let's find the Carl McNair. Oh, he's supposed to be the brother. But it's pretty interesting if you start looking into that, because half of them secret NASA tape proves. Yeah, see, and that's where the conspiracy theorists, people think, look at this. These people are still alive. Why would they put this out as it's a conspiracy, and they they did it, and blah blah blah, and they try to muddy the waters with fake conspiracy theories. You got to look at real evidence, but subject to scrutiny. I'd love to hear people's opinions, so let me know.